I believe that as long as home prices go up and stock prices go up, everybody's applauding because the illusionary wealth increases, including mine and yours and everybody who owns shares and assets like gold and silver and bitcoins and so forth. But once household consumer prices go up, that is the trigger point throughout history where people rebelled and were angry at the government. You know, that food prices went up and so forth, led to unrest in the Roman Empire, in Egypt, in everywhere in the world. And I think that this will lead also in the US to some disturbances, in my opinion. But you have to understand, you have in America a genius as a president. What he will do, he will distribute more money he will increase the basic incomes and so forth, and he will reduce further the police force, which is a proven in the modern monetary theory and modern societal theory, a measure to reduce crime. You eliminate the police force. That is the best way to eliminate crime. Yeah. And you put in judges that for them, there is no crime. Everything is happening because someone has been victimized. I have to say that this is a mystery for me, that gold and silver and platinum as a store of value are not much higher. Because if you told me, Mark, for the next few years, it is unlikely that we will have real rates. I have to say here, there is one situation where you could get real rates up substantially from, say, currently -6% to 3%. And that would be a general collapse in everything. You know, the oil prices collapse, the economies collapse, everything collapses. What would the response by central banks be?
Mm-hmm.
Before we continue, help us clicking that YouTube like button and subscribe now to our channel. This shows the algorithm that you valued this information. And it helps us spread that message. Sharing is caring. And now, let's continue.
Then you realize as soon as there is a minor disturbance of asset prices, they all step in, like in August 2019. There wasn't a big problem in August 2019. There wasn't financial crisis, but the Fed stepped into the repo market and they started to print money again. And if the stock market drops 10, 20% here, in my view, tightening will be out of the question. And I have to say, I think that anyone, but I've been saying this for the last 40 years, anyone has to be his own central banker and hold some precious metals physically. And for the more speculative-minded investors, or in addition to holding your core position in physical precious metals, you can hold some stocks, mining stocks that have, of course, a very significant upside potential if the bull market in gold has begun.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
I mean, we had a bull market until about 1.5 years ago, then a correction period. I think the correction period has come to an end, and we are again in a bull market. But the bull market, I have to say, is not as powerful as I would have expected. Yeah, you can see here very well on this chart. We had a correction now since September 2021 down here. And I would say it looks as if it's going to break out on the upside.
Yeah.
It looks, but who knows?
Yeah. Is there a specific price point for gold that you're watching for in US dollar terms that tells you the bull market's back on?
Well, you have there a triangle, okay?
Yeah.
We have to breach this peak here
Yeah, we got to get through here. A lot of people think it's getting back to the high 1800s, getting above this mark that we've got this clearly defined downtrend. We got to get above this spot right here to really be back on. Would you agree with that?
Yes.
Yeah.
I would agree.
Yeah.
But I have to say, in an environment of so much money printing and that I have to add inexperienced investors, I'm not so sure that technical analysis is of great value anymore.
I have bad news for you. If you're not rich by now, you're screwed. And if you're in debt, you're even double screwed. How so, you might wonder? Well, the sad truth is that you're working your whole life to make someone else rich. The mega corporations, the banks, the politicians, everyone is getting richer. They get your money. And what is even worse, they get your time, they get your life. You are not even in a rat race, you're in a financial prison. But what could a solution for you look like? Honestly, I don't know, but I know what a solution for me would look like. It's very simple. I use whatever money I have and I multiply it with 1,000. This could make my life much easier and probably yours as well. If you have $1,000 available and multiply this with 1,000, I believe that this could solve some financial issue for the one or the other. Of course, if you're ugly, you would have to multiply it with much more than 1,000. My name is Marco Stan, and this is what I decided to do. I decided to 1000x my money. This is not a joke. I know what you may be thinking. What is this guy talking about? How should this work? This is not possible. Well, I made a detailed video where I laid out my plan. And some clever folks might even want to look at this plan and copy it and do exactly what I do. This is just a little hint on the side. You have two options. You leave, you forget what you have seen. You do whatever you're doing and you hope that somehow you get some other results. Good luck with that. Or you click the link below the video. You enter your email address because I'm not showing this to everybody. You at least watch my video on how I plan to 1000x my money. The choice is yours. Make the right choice. Join me. See what a different future you could have. See at least how I intend, how I plan to do the 1000x. So click on the link below, enter your email address, and I see you on the other side. Your Marco Stan.